Hi, it's Lance again from DekoDiscs.com. This short little video will show you how to change out a tire on a bicycle. Especially if you get a flat or whatever, or you want to change tires or tubes. This may help you, so stay tuned. I just ran over to a Target and bought this little Schwinn repair kit. I have some better tire irons, but I thought I'd try this because this kind of stuff is readily available. So inside the Schwinn tire repair kit, there was some patches and a couple of things to blow up beach balls and stuff, and then some tire irons or repair irons. So I'll show you how to go ahead and do these. You may need a screwdriver too to let the air out of the tire, and then of course you'll need a pump. So let's get going. The first thing we want to do is to let all the air out of the inner tube. So what I do is I just use a screwdriver or something to press on the little button there, and you can get your ear down there and make sure that you don't hear any more air coming out. And also, you notice how I'm pushing on the tube here. It'll help you get all the air out of the tube. When you get finished, the valve stem should push in there like that. To remove the tire, we're going to start with the valve stem down like this. And we'll start at the top. We'll go ahead and put your little tire iron in there and pry that out like that. And then let's go ahead and put the next one in. And then just hold that with your finger or whatever, and maybe one more. And that should be enough to get that started. We'll go ahead and peel that around there like that. Now we should be able to just open this up here like this, push that valve stem down in there. There's your valve stem and your tube, and then just go ahead and pull the tube out. Let's go ahead and remove the tire from the rim. So basically this is the opposite side that we worked with before, so you should be able to just go ahead and push that down like that, pry that off, and take your tire off. Deko discs are cool. If you're going to fix a flat, you don't need to take the tire off the rim. And I'm not going to really show you that too much. You can kind of just follow the manufacturer's information, or just go on YouTube. There's lots of ideas on fixing flat tires. A lot of times, if the tube is bad or old, we'll just replace it, because sometimes it's better to replace it than it is just to fix a flat. So anyway, let's go ahead and I'm going to put a different color tire back on this bike. Before you put a new tire on your bike, you may want to check this rim strip. It's a little like a rubber band cover that covers the spoke nipples on the inside. Just make sure that it's a rubber band that's not torn or got holes in it. Make sure it's the right size for the bike. This is where your valve stem goes through. But just inspect it and make sure it looks good all the way around. Because you want that, if there's any holes or tears in there, you could get flats from something poking through there. Let's get started on putting the new tire on the rim. Okay, what you want to do is just lay that rim on the tire like that. On the inside, make sure that the inside of this lip of this first edge is on the inside of that edge there. So just lay that in there. And let's go around it. What we'll do is we'll pull this first bead over into the center of the cutout. I'll flip it around and show you the back side. I'm just doing the second bead. See this second bead right here? I'm just going to push that in there. See that? Almost got it. And there it goes. So this bead, we can go ahead and put the tube on this side, and this side the bead is on the inside of the wheel. You want to make sure that your tube has got just a little bit of air in it, about like that. If it's too flat, it's a little hard to work with, and if it's too blown up, it'll be hard to tuck in here. So, about like that is about correct. And then we want to start with our valve stem. So basically, what we want to do is just pull this tire open here, and shove that tube down in there. You can go ahead and tuck some of this in, keeping the valve stem centered on the hole in the rim. Okay, I get about that much in there. And then what I like to do, I like to tuck that valve stem down in through and poke it through that hole. I'll show you that from a different angle. You'll see the valve stems sticking through the hole in the rim like that. It doesn't need to stick through all the way, just like that's fine. And then let's just go ahead and tuck the rest of the tube in around the tire. Now, starting with the valve stem, push the valve stem in the tube a little bit, and you can start prying the tire into the rim there. And as you pry that around in there, you'll get to the end here. And you'll see I'm just about finished. And I may be able to do this without using the tire irons to pop it down in there. So let's see if it works out. If you have to, you can always put the tire irons at the end and pry it over. But you shouldn't have to if you do it just right. Keep the tire in the center of the rim as you go, and the valve stem up in there, and then you should be okay. And there it is. It's seated all the way around. Now we can go ahead and pump it up. Hey, you'll notice I changed out my Deko disc on this one. The discs that I had on that bike were our first prototypes, and this is our production model, so you look how shiny and beautiful that is. So anyway, okay, when I air up a tire, I usually pull this valve stem straight out, make sure it's nice and straight, and then go ahead and pump it up. You can pump it up a little bit and then maybe work the bead around a little bit with your hands and then finish pumping it up all the way. I like to put the maximum amount of air in according to what it says on the tire. That way you seat the bead around the rim really nicely. So anyway, there you have it. Gosh, I think we can go ahead and mount this on the bike and go ahead and ride and get noticed. Have a good one. Bye-bye.